Hello America, my name is Darin Fishburn. I am the CEO of Helping Hands for Freedom. As you know, at Helping Hands for Freedom, we dedicate our foundation to taking care of the families and children left behind from our Gold Star families. A Gold Star, if you don't know what it is a star given if you pay the ultimate supreme sacrifice. There's two Gold Stars. There's purple on gold that is killed in action overseas on foreign soil in the line of duty. There's gold on gold that can be everything from U.S. soil to PTSD, effects of war, things like that on home soil. And so if you see any of these, make sure that you salute and give thanks, and because without them and their sacrifice, we wouldn't have the freedoms we have today. We also do a thing every year called our Wounded Warrior of the Year. We have honored heroes such as our co-founder, Staff Sergeant Patrick Shannon, a 20-year career Marine and Army. He served, I believe, 10 years in each. He has a Purple Heart on as both a military Marine and soldier, and he also has the Bronze Star. Has been in multiple battles. Has went deaf in an ear and blind in an eye from his wartime. And then we also honor someone like Staff Sergeant First Class William Beaver, Sergeant First Class, and his family. When he was on patrol, he actually got shot through the head and out the neck, and was able to plug his own hole and get enough strength up and regain consciousness to open fire on people that were trying to ambush his captain and their unit, and he was able to get fire off and actually save everyone before he was medevaced out. And he is now the Wounded Warrior rep for, I think he's still stationed in Colorado, but what a great man and family that we got to meet through honoring our Wounded Warrior of the Year. The next one was a wonderful family by the name of Chris Bain. Chris Bain was serving in Iraq. His wife was serving, his brother-in-law, and his brother. His brother-in-law was killed in action. His wife got the knock on the door as a Gold Star surviving sister, and she was able to come home and be with the children. Chris Bain continued to serve and was struck and actually died for 18 minutes on the battlefield. And after his 7th fusion, he was able to regain consciousness and his heart started beating again. And he was supposed to be a double amputee and lose one more of his limbs. And after 3.5 years in Walter Reed, they put a battery pack in this hero, and that allowed in his buttocks, that allows all his muscles to move. And now he's a 6 handicap golfer. He's around to hug his kids goodbye and as they leave for school, and hello every day when they get back home. And he knows by the sure grace of God that his wife could have been a 2-time Gold Star family member, and he knows how close it came. That was his end to watch. And so we have to salute these wounded and these people that give us these rights, and this is why we do it. Is these stories never get told, and people don't get to hear the heroes in our local communities that are in line with you at McDonald's or Starbucks, or at the ball game or whatever. That without them we wouldn't have the freedoms we have. Our last Wounded Warrior of the Year was this year. It was Corporal United States Marine Corps Corporal Matthew Bowman from Lafayette, Indiana. Matthew turned down a Division I wrestling scholarship, full ride, to serve his country. And in Afghanistan, he took a hit and an IED and lost both of his legs. And Matthew lived to tell about it. And as he was recovering at Walter Reed with his new legs that they provided for him, that same day his son was able to take his very first steps. And we believe 100% it was through the inspiration that his dad gave him as he saw him get up and walk for the first time since losing both of his limbs. And he also lost a couple fingers on a hand. And Corporal Matthew Bowman and his family was honored this year, and the honor is ours. And the reason we do the Wounded Warrior of the Year every year at our annual gala is simple. It's because we want these families to know that we recognize their sacrifice, all their Purple Hearts, all of the effects on the family at home, and we want to let them know that they're not forgotten, and let them know how lucky they are that that by the sure grace of God that they've had 1 millimeter left or right, and the knock would have been completely different. So I hope you understand the sacrifices of war and the sacrifices the families make. Most importantly, most of these soldiers are doing what they absolutely want to do, and they would do it all over again if given the call. Knowing the outcome, they would still go and fight. Still knowing the results, they would do it again if called upon, because they want to take that burden off of us, the American public, and serve our country and serve it well. And so we want to honor these families, both wounded and fallen, and let you know that the effects of war are great, and it affects the entire family unit. The children's back home. We've talked to families all throughout this walk across America, telling us about the effects on the family. And so we want to make sure here at Helping Hands for Freedom we don't get lost in the shuffle or the growth, and not take time to remember every single person that we need to honor. And that's a veteran that's willing to sign a piece of paper and say, today I'm willing to die for someone I don't know, for a cause bigger than myself. God bless America. God bless our soldiers, because freedom isn't free.